Rex is very itchy to get outside today. What is it, Rex? Why are you so excited? I guess some mornings you just gotta go, you know? Okay, he knows the way. There's a lot of doors before we get to the real outdoor. Yep, this is our routine when we're up here. The door. Rex, we're gonna go this way. Not that door. Rex, this door. Come on. This door. Come on. Rex. No. All right. Why not? Nobody else here. Usually it's too busy and that door opens by itself. And he's out and he's gone. He's climbing a tree. See, that's what Rex wanted to do. He just wanted to come out and climb a tree. Who doesn't want to chase a red-tailed squirrel at 7 a.m. Sunrise here on our Thursday, April 24th. Losing track of time. There's the wonderful Mount Mansfield, Vermont. Visibility unlimited today. Those are some clouds up there that are going to bring a warm front in. Regional temperature roundup early in the day. We had an inversion last night, so the coolest spots are in the lower elevations of northern New Hampshire, 27 in Whitefield and Berlin, 30 over here in Morrisville, 40s in southern New England. Rex, he's just trying to climb the tree again. What is it, Rex? Where's that squirrel? Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, that's a chickadee, dee, dee, dee. So we're getting a little giddy around here. Can you hold it, chickadee, for a moment? And then there's something way up there, too. So here's the surface map this morning. It's about a 1027 high over the Gulf of Maine. And usually when that happens, we get an onshore flow. So I don't expect we're going to get to 73 in Boston again today like yesterday. So important which way the wind blows, especially this time of year. 2 days ago, we thought it was going to be 72 in Boston, and it was 56 because we couldn't shake the sea breeze. And I think it's not just a sea breeze, it's a synoptic setup when you have high pressure to the east. Wind is air moving from that high to a weak low. It's a 1019 low in the northern Great Lakes states with a warm front. And look what the Weather Prediction Center is doing with that warm front this afternoon when it comes into Vermont, northern New York. See the red line? That's the leading edge of the warmer air that's going to come at us. And you see the red outline of the green. Sorry, a little too much red there. That's a chance of a thunderstorm up here this afternoon as the warmer air comes in on the backside of the cool air that's currently in place. So that would be interesting. I would love to see a thunderstorm, but I don't want them closing the lifts. And yeah, I've had plenty of skiing, right? Yesterday was so beautiful. It was kind of breezy here, but there was definitely a wonderful après tailgate atmosphere with everyone staring at Tennessee Jim's Alfa Romeo, making new friends in the parking lot with the sun up past 6 o'clock. Really fun. All right, let's get some skiing done and come back with the rest of the story. Fascinating satellite. Mostly clear throughout New England. A couple of sprinkles on Cape Cod, a couple of showers near Worcester, and that's a thunderstorm cloud on the other side of Lake Champlain in northern New York. We've got sky waves skiing this morning. Took the shuttle over. Jim, really fun conversation. Thank you for the ride. And greeted with a white carpet right down to the parking lot. Groomers here, outstanding. Pan up, sky waves. Yes. We still have the sky waves. They just look a little different now. We also have a leaf blower, high-powered. It was shut off just a second ago, but I see somebody else putting on their headphones or ear protection, so it might even get louder, but I think with my noise-canceling mic, you can still hear me, and maybe I'm talking too loud. So yeah, there's a thunderstorm possible this afternoon, even though there's plenty of sunshine now. April showers. There's a front right over us. We talked about that earlier. It's about 55 degrees. There is an onshore flow there in eastern Massachusetts, and this is a very weak front with a fairly weak wave, but April sky. Mackerel sky. not 24 hours dry. And we are going to have a shower and a thunderstorm come through this afternoon, probably about 4 o'clock. But really interesting, fun, time-lapse kind of day. And let's go to the high-res NAM, hot off the press this morning, the 12Z run it's called, that's 8 a.m. And there are those little specks. They just look like tiny little specks there coming out of New York into Vermont with a chance of a thunderstorm right here around 4 or 5 o'clock. Most of New England is having a fine afternoon and evening. There's not too much wind. It's just a very subtle upper-level energy and surface convergence, upper-level diffluence, really. And then tomorrow, the front is stalled over us. There's a stationary front. You can't really tell. Mostly quiet tomorrow morning. And then it starts to activate again. We're going to have low pressure moving into northern New York, and that's a warm front coming at us. Southern New England tomorrow probably jumps up into the 70s. Northern New England 50s and 60s with a lot of clouds, but not a bad day. This is so different. 5 days ago, it looked like the front was going to be tomorrow with downpours, but now here it is tomorrow night. Look at the green filling in with some embedded yellows. That's rain with embedded thunderstorms. The wind's going to pick up from the southwest and south tomorrow night. And then Saturday morning, the front is just over western New England. There's a 1,001 millibar low crossing northern New England, showers and thunderstorms. And it looks like downpours. And this is way slower now than it has looked all week. So Saturday, again, third or fourth Saturday in a row with downpours in parts of New England. And then this goes out to Saturday at 8 p.m. Look at this. Look at all that blue in Canada. That's snow and rain changing to snow in northern New York. This only goes out 60 hours, but it looks like it's going to snow up here Saturday night and for Sunday morning, closing day. I'm not going to say we're going to have powder skiing, but there'll be probably at least some snow in the air. Speaking of not powder skiing, how about a little intermission here? And let's watch Josh Worth, his last day in the Chick Chalks up there in northeastern Quebec, where it did snow yesterday, but it was wet. And this morning,
that's what I'm talking about, the rollerballs.
Call it chasing the snowballs down the hill. Those snowballs are 1 to 2 feet in diameter,
try and get ahead
but they
of
know
this.
the fall line. Remember that a few days ago I was talking about chasing snowballs down Star because the snowballs know the fall line? Well, my snowballs were little ice balls up there on Star. And that's Goat, sorry. There's Star. And those ones are huge snowballs. You can take an ankle out in one of those. Thanks, Josh. Josh is coming south. We hopefully will have some snow for you in Vermont, coming south to Vermont. And for this now we go to, I'm going to show the QPF. All right, the QPF, this is how much liquid, or there's not going to be any snow in the next 60 hours. This is how much rain is going to fall in New England. And again, this is always a rough estimate, a moving target. There are the scattered showers. Somebody could pick up a tenth or 2/10 of a rain shower real quick this afternoon. Then tomorrow morning, not much going on. And then you have the spokes of energy coming at us, and then sort of a wall of water tomorrow night into Saturday. And once you pass the green, you're passing a ½ inch. Once you get to purple, you're passing an inch of rain. And then once you get the darker purple, almost towards rusty yellowish color, now you're talking 2 inches to isolated 3-inch rainfall plus in parts of New England. Looks like down east Maine, the mountains of Vermont, and also near Cape Cod and the islands. So a widespread soaking rain for every zip code in New England gets rain on the next 48 hours. And then as far as snow goes, it's a little early to call for snowfall accumulations, but we'll work on it. We'll get there within 24 hours. Let's go to the GFS now, the big picture pattern. And this covers much of southern Canada and the central and northern United States. And yesterday in Texas, there was a wind gust to 111 miles an hour in Midland, Texas, record wind, and that's that front coming at us with the heavy weather. But I think we're going to escape any severe weather. We're just going to get downpours. Here they come tomorrow night for the most part and into Saturday. It's about 1,000 millibar low that's going to go across northern New England, redevelop on the Maine coast. Now this is Saturday afternoon, and then here's Saturday night. Look at the isobars tighten up, and look at all that blue. Rain changing to snow before ending. Several hours of snow on Saturday night into Sunday morning. This is starting to become a higher confidence forecast. It's only 3 days out now, so we wake up to windy and cold weather in much of New England, and precipitation shuts off, and it's going to be a cold night Sunday night, and Monday morning, no lift served skiing. I'll be driving home on Monday with a tailwind, and Tuesday morning, we'll be out the door with Steve. And then that high gets south of us, and all of a sudden it's windy and warm to perhaps record warm. I didn't check the temperatures the record highs for next Tuesday and Wednesday, but before that front gets here Wednesday afternoon, 564 thickness all the way to northern New England, could be 80 all the way up into northern New England. And then that front comes through as a weakening front on Wednesday, but there's so much energy. I think there's still a chance of some severe weather here possible later Wednesday. And then much colder air comes back again next Thursday. Now that's May 1st. And then yesterday we talked about the 510 thickness showing up in Canada. Now on May 2nd, let's stop it again here at 2 o'clock next Friday. So that's 8 days out. And the 510 is further east of where it was yesterday, north of New England. And now we also see the 504 decameter. That is pure Arctic air and record cold in Quebec, pretty far north of us, but that's a high pressure system pushing that air south into, look at this warm air coming up the coast, the 558 thickness just south of New England, and quite a battle royale between the cold trying to come south and the warm coming north. That could be quite a system coming through here, probably about Saturday, May 2nd or so. 3rd, right? And so let's put this back into motion and take it through that Saturday, May 3rd. And 240 hours out, the cold air has lifted. So it doesn't look like we get any snowstorms out of that, but you should see some of the guidance for later on in May. It's looking pretty interesting. So that's 240 hours, and there's a low looking almost tropical like down there in the coast of Florida, and another low in central Canada that wants to deliver another batch of late season cold, probably around the 5th or 6th, May 5 to May 10 may end up with troughiness and mixed precipitation in New England. That's way out there, though. Talk about speculating. All right, so let's do, this is week 27 in a row of coast-to-coast North America snow. I usually do it earlier in the week, but there was nothing for us, so I wasn't too excited. But now there is something for us, and there it is, coming in on Saturday night and Sunday. And you see some almost purple showing up. That's 12 inches of snow, the GFS is saying, for highest elevations of northern New England near the Canadian border, and also spotty snow over the Rockies at the highest elevations there. And we just barely made it coast to coast there. Most of the connection from the Pacific to the Atlantic is across Canada. Canada also being part of North America. Okay, so that's how we get away with saying coast to coast North America snow, not United States. 27 weeks in a row, going way back to pre-Halloween. So who knows if we'll have another connect next week, but that's the end of this weather segment. Right on the other side of the mountain, we got towering cumulonimbus coming out of New York. So I would have to hike up to the nose or the chin to be able to see that far. We can't see over the west side, but I'll be going back up again this afternoone, making new friends along the way. Some before and after yesterday. We'll have a bunch of skiing from yesterday morning. It looked one way, and then by yesterday afternoon it looked another way. We'll show that transition, and then we're going to meet Tennessee Jim, and we're going to meet Jerry and Leif and Paige and so many others in the parking lot yesterday. Wonderful tailgating and après. And I don't know if we can do that again today with the thunderstorm threat, but we're going to make an effort. So here's the... It's going to end probably fairly abruptly with Jim just still talking. He loved to talk about that car, and I would too. And he's also got a garage full of other cars, including a Mustang with an original... Oh, what was the name of those engines they put in Mustangs? Well, he's got an original one with not many miles on it. I can't remember. Shelby. I just remembered. Shelby was the name of the engine in one of his Mustangs. Great to meet you, Tennessee Jim. All right, back to in more. Differential lighting, differential heating. Wind is doing its thing. I was about 44th person on the chair this morning. Don't think there's a rope, so there should be somebody coming around this corner any second. First down the hill, of course, is Reed. So that's what he does. Wednesday, last Wednesday of the season. Pretty. There's the natural snow condition. Doable. 2. Those of us who take lip line are going to do nose dive. Those who take nose dive are doing lip line. So pretty. Touching the cloud right there.
They look beautiful.
Outdoor living. Still a touch of wind, but also a little suntan weather. Oh yeah. Alfa Romeo from Delaware, of course. Why not? Stick shift. Where did the skis go? Grooming to the lot. How's that for service? And the last extra week. Right to the car practically. Or to the den. Fast forward. After a couple lift rides. Hey, we get the falls again. These ones are more controlled. Much more recent. And Pleistocene Ice Age. So, you get pretty good legs, or having gone home and taken a long nap. And there's a little grass here and there, but step right in. Go right forward. Joe and Will out there. Those heavy. Joe, are those things heavy? Will, what are you doing? Oh my.
So this is Tim Keller. He used to be the head meteorologist for New England Hip News.
That was brilliant, Will. Oh my God. So what do you see when you scan us? What do you see?
Quite a bit. Thank you.
Our face?
Your face, your name. They will have your pass on there. So it'll be your pass and your pass alone.
Cool. Oh, nice drainage systems you get going over here. It's pretty dry for a warm day though, underfoot, huh? It's a low dew point thing. So that was perfectly groomed, 45 degrees ago. And they do a great job of finding more snow and doing it again in the morning. So could be before and after here. The before, 4 p.m. yesterday, and the after, managed to stitch it together. It's already too warm. All right, getting up to about 3,000 feet. Lift line was groomed last night. It's solid. Well, it's soft, but I mean, it's a good amount of snow. Sometimes you can't groom these trails this late in the season because it's a cavity beneath. But there's the solid snow covering the trees here above 3,000. No rope it goat. You know what that means? All natural. Just enough people to say hello to and not get in the way of. Looking up lift line and going to one of the greatest of all time trails. Goat at Mount Mansfield. Although Goat at J probably also has snow. It's just a little discolored at this time of year. So we're entering the zone of all natural, like 24 hours ago. Pretty good amount of all natural here. We've got company. No pausing for hello here. Serious. Oh my goodness. I do not ski like that. Every turn just right. Notice the shoulders are always squared to the fall line, and it's mostly the knees and ankles that are doing the turning. Thank you for that demo. I'll stick to weather. 3:40 p.m. Found a lull between the differential lighting and the differential heating. You know, it's right here. There's no wind right this second. So another before and after. I have a feeling that Centerline and Hayride are getting groomed tonight. How's it looking? 14 hours later. And back 8 o'clock in the morning, the after. Centerline looks about the same, and it's a little crispy. And Hayride is groomed. Already corn. First round. This is called corduroy corn and sky waves. Skiing, surfing sky waves. Gorgeous. All right, this is bottom half a Hayride. And I think that we can go in and get out again. All right, I'm in the trees below 2,800, maybe 2,600. Cool. It's a big tree. Big bark. Bark is worse than a light pop-off. And I think I found my way out. We're having to go down stream crossings. I know. Back on the Hayride. Closing bell. 3:55. Quitting early. White carpet back to the den. All right, we're gonna see how it's done. He's sporting the colors. He's got it down, obviously. You go in, wide, come up, tall, and it fits right there. It's a passenger. Okay, right in the passenger seat. Your skis are your passenger. That's awesome. My name's Tim. I do these videos every day.
Oh, sure.
TK.
I'm Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Tennessee Jim.
Tennessee Jim. From Delaware. No, I'm kidding.
I've been living in Delaware 33 years. I've been up here for 8. I just really don't want to register the cars here because they're a total pain in the ass. Motor vehicles.
Yeah.
Dickheads. Total dickheads. So you have to re-register the car every 2 years. In Delaware, you did it once. Why would you re-register every 2 years? And it's not cheap.
Oh, well, I come
I've
from
got like 9
Massachusetts.
cars. I'm not going to do this shit.
9 cars.
Yeah.
Do they all fit skis?
There's 5 Alphas.
Wow. Stick shift. How many gears?
5. This one's been completely restored.
Beautiful.
It was restored in Italy, so the paint and the interior removed, and they put a small 1300, which it came with a 1300. Put a better one in. I took that out and gave it to somebody and put a built-up 2-liter in it, and I rebuilt the 5-speed, put a limited slip differential in it. And this came from a wreck car that I had, but it had aftermarket brakes that are just phenomenal. This car will outstop pretty much anything on the road.
Outstop. So you don't hear that one often. You hear out,
This
run.
one can outstop
Outstop.
anything.
That's a good one.
It cannot accelerate a minivan, but it can outstop anything.
That's awesome. That is safety right there. What year?
I love good brakes.
What year?
67.
67. So I am almost... No, I'm a little older than your car. That's nice.
I'm a lot older than this car.
And is that one of your clubs?
No, that's from Watkins Glen, the racetrack.
Seneca Lodge?
Yep, that goes back to where the racetrack started in like 48 or so. The Seneca Lodge was one of the first buildings there. So all the old racers have stuff on the wall in the bar.
Neat.
It's really a cool track, cool place.
But those cars, they want to go faster, right? Not stop faster.
They do all kinds of racing there, actually. They do, I think some IMSA racing, but they do a vintage race the weekend after Labor Day. My wife and I used to go out for that routinely because she didn't care for modern cars. She didn't like stock cars, and I hate stock cars. But she liked old racing cars. Now, there's a guy here in town, I can't remember his name right now, but he used to race an Alfa Spider. I saw him race up there 4 or 5 times. I finally met him. He came to my house, and guys brought him by to look at cars, and I said, I know you. And he went, why? I saw you race the Glen. He went, no shit.
That's fun. So yeah, like attracts like in some cases. Well, I like that you're a good talker, Tennessee Jim, and my name's TK, and I do this thing on the internet called Out the Door Weather and More, where I forecast the weather and then talk to people with vintage cars or the most interesting things that happen.
I've got two 66 Mustangs. One of them's a black convertible that was restored by a lady in Texas about 25 years ago. She had pros do it. Black car, convertible. The only original sheet metal is the trunk lid. Everything is new in the car. The interior is new, and they put a built 289 motor in it. It's got 5 horsepower less than the Shelby race motors had in '66. It's a beautiful car.
You want to race by any chance? We can stop faster than you can start. It was a great day. What's your name? Where you from?
Jerry, Quincy.
Jerry.
Big fan of yours. Me and my wife Tracy. Shout out to Tracy.
All right, thanks. See you across the water next week.
Yeah.
We got to go south eventually, right?
Nice.
So he knows I do this video.
Nice car, buddy.
Tennessee Jim, Alfa Romeo, 1967. 5-speed. I think I got 5 gears inside that transmission. Thanks, Tennessee Jim. That was so fun.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
All over the place.
I was there last week, and it was not very good.
Dude, you're my hero. How do you do it?
Jerry from Quincy, Tennessee Jim.
All right.
Great
Nice
to see
day
you.
at Snow.
Right, you gotta
Yeah,
just
awesome, man, awesome.
slow down and say hello, huh?
Yeah,
I saw
definitely.
you
Good to see you. Good to meet you.
to see. He's got the Alfa Romeo colors. You saw him skiing today.
I did. I saw him there. I saw you skiing and just went with the car. I said, gotta be, right?
My best trail today was nosedive by a lot.
Yeah.
It was. I did my last 2 runs on it. I say, why did I not know this earlier?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was real.
All right, draws a crowd, doesn't it? He's popping the hood. He says they make this magnesium metallurgy like no other, so it's not like aluminum.
Thought I'd go well, it's a built 2-liter with headers and twin carbs.
Oh, yeah.
This is custom built for this car.
What is there anything else that's custom, or besides this? Or is it, I mean, this was standard for how it came. Or?
Well, this came with a 1.3 liter. That's a 2.
Oh, I
This
see.
came out of a later car, and it's mildly built. It's different cams. The carbs are different, and the headers are different.
Did you?
So Tennessee Jim says he's going to have a beer at the Barnes camp, right up at the base of the notch.
It's
Sure, why not? Is the sun still out up there? Rex. Rex is standing right at sunset right now. He's got the best view. Oh, so fun meeting everybody. Jerry, Tennessee Jim, right on cue at the edge of sunset. We just had a couple of gusts to 20 to 25, but just let up for a second. So this is the end of the and more. Thursday the 24th, shot on Wednesday the 23rd. Water is not running down the hill very fast. Thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow. Oh yeah, he's a good boy. Alfa Romeo. I feel we had an intimate visit with one. Thank you, Tennessee Jim. We're here on the edge of the sunset now, calling it a day. T-Rex, true defense, saying thanks for watching.